fascism and how much has been emboldened by this regime is very threatening and intimidating. They want to murder me and people like me, like, objectively, you know.
You think you might potentially exterminate people?
I think that he's too dumb to do something like that, but I think that his rhetoric and his policies will absolutely lead to something like that if we don't keep them in check or stop.
How could a person who's very dumb beat an establishment candidate who had the media, tech, and Wall Street behind her and spent 10 times as much money as he did?
I see what this is now.
Hey guys, it's Fleccas. This week we're in Chicago, Illinois for Antifa's November 4th protest revolution thing. The Trump-Pence regime must go. Let's find out where. Fleccas talks.
Well, the Trump and Pence regime must end, because look at the fascism that's going on in this country. We're going to stand up and rise up every day until Trump and Pence falls from power. He needs to be impeached, and he needs to be impeached today.
Who did you vote for?
I vote for no one. I'm a communist.
What are we doing here today?
Great.
Where's the fascism we're seeing from this regime?
The immigration ban, like targeting minorities, people that aren't white generally, Pence being against LGBT people, wanting to execute them.
When did he say that?
When he was, I don't know, before this. I know that he was in favor of the death penalty for LGBT people. Yeah.
Very cool.
I support Antifa.
How do you support Antifa?
Because I'm an anti-fascist. I believe...
When they get violent, is that good?
Yes.
It's okay to get violent?
It's okay to get violent. It's self-defense against fascists. Against fascists?
It's the Nazis.
Yes.
And everyone who supports Trump is a Nazi?
No, I don't.
That's the problem, because people really do think that. And then it's like, oh, you can punch a Nazi. Cool, who's a Nazi? Half America. Good luck.
Let me ask you, have you been to a meeting of anti-fascist protesters? Because
oh yeah, I've been to a bunch.
The word Nazi has too much of a connotation with people with armbands. You know, they're less bold than that now. They don't wear armbands. They wear f***ing suits, and they dress like this. They dress like this. They wear jerseys. And they wear jerseys.
I heard November 4th revolution, right? And very low energy. It's like I'm listening to Jeb Bush talk.
I'm trying to talk to Antifa. Is any of you guys in Antifa? No. Yes. You proud to be American?
No.
Which country would you rather be from? Where would you rather live right now if you could pick anywhere?
I don't believe in the abstraction of a state or a nation.
Michael, what are some things that America's done that you're embarrassed about?
Coming, like white European settlers coming to this country and just slaughtering Native Americans to build a settler colonialist state, just like they're doing.
Whose fault is that? Is that my fault? Is it your fault?
No, and I never said it was. Yeah. I never said it was, but we do. I do believe that you have a responsibility as a white person to right those wrongs, to try.
Do you think it's kind of racist in a way? To think that you're almost better than other people, that you have to like right the wrongs because you're white. But like my people were in Italy getting oppressed by Mussolini. Underwhelmed by the stick to sign ratio here. Trump-Pence regime must go. Nothing. Even the KKK, they have their rallies, they do their thing. Everyone thinks they're dumb. They have the right to free speech. They come into the town. Like, I haven't, and it's not even that big. And there's more protesters than there are KKK people. And they come there, they look stupid, everyone boos them, and they go home.
You're a white guy.
Yeah, what's going on?
And how's it been with Antifa?
They haven't really answered anything.
Why are you motivated to come out here and, like, squabble with, like, people who are fighting fascists if you disagree with them?
I don't think you're actually fighting fascists. I think you think you're fighting fascists because the media spun this whole thing and committed to Trump's the worst, Trump's the worst, Trump's the worst. Trump actually won, and now they're kind of like doubling down on their agenda. I think there's not actually a fascist America. We duly elected this guy, and you guys are here in the streets protesting it. What's wrong with that? If this was a fascist America, they would be zip tying you up and beating you and taking you on a bus and shipping you out. Well, you're not anti-fascist. They're almost like punking you with that, like the people that are supporting, that are like paying for the group, people that like paid for this sign.
Do you understand how condescending it is to imply that you are in this position of enlightenment and like...
That's what you're doing to me. Imagine how I feel.
And everyone else is having fun. It looks like, minus the trouble, I think everyone's going to be all right.
Why is the left so miserable?
Because they don't have evidence to support their facts.
This guy gets it.
Obviously, there's racism, but there's also misogyny. There's economic issues. I mean, it's the whole thing. Everything he stands for, I disagree with, and everything he stands for. Well, actually, personally, I don't think he stands for everything. Anything.
Richard Spencer, let's talk about him. And I think he does represent the right, and I think every time he goes and gives a speech, the less people that show up, the less power he has, and the sooner he stops giving speeches. You go shut him down and get the attention, and people are going to get mad that you shut him down, and they'll inadvertently support him because they should be like, no, he does have the right to speak, and I do support his right to free speech, and I also support everyone's right to not show up. So if you keep trying to shut him down, people are going to end up backwards supporting Richard Spencer and people like that. Don't you see that's the problem?
I don't see it like that.
I think the current GOP stands for everything I disagree with.
What are some things that you've seen them do that you just really don't like?
There's the business with the Muslim ban.
Targeting only Muslim-majority countries.
Because all these Muslim-majority countries, a lot of them don't have paperwork, and ISIS has been saying we're going to infiltrate the American refugee system.
That's just false.
You think Europe is fine with the refugee system and what they had going on, the refugees coming into Europe? You think Europe hasn't been affected in a negative way by that?
I don't live in Europe. These people are refugees. They're running from war. They're running from their families being destroyed, just like the Jews after the Holocaust.
Yeah, and they're also, in most of these situations, are third world countries, and they also don't have the same American values as us. They don't respect women's rights, gay rights, trans rights, stuff like that. Do you think there might be an issue with bringing these people here?
Respects women's rights, trans rights, gay rights. We have a f***ing fascist in office.
If that all of our prosperity, all of our freedom, all of our hopes for a better, more equal society, a more perfect union, those hopes are trash if they're for us and not for anyone else.
Maybe the ideology in those countries harbors more anti-Semitism, but once again, we have
a ton more. And then gay people. Imagine you bring refugees here and you bring them to Boys Town. What are they going to do when they see gay guys doing gay stuff? They're going to freak out.
That may be true, but that doesn't matter. We're a really racist, sexist, homophobic country ourselves. We
should bring in some racist, sexist, homophobic refugees and make it real and really commit to it. People get thrown off roofs and stoned to death for breaking these weird laws.
That's true. Those things exist in those countries.
They're going to come here and change?
It doesn't mean it's fundamental about them as people. People can change ideologically. I hope.
So you're going to come bring them here and be like, all right, take off your burqas, or put a bikini on. This is a way better life in America.
No, I think that people should be able to wear burqas if they want to wear burqas, I don't think women should be forced to wear burqas.
Well, they are in these countries.
But guess what? I'm not Middle Eastern.
We can't call ourselves free if other people in the world, other people who need help, aren't free and equal and have the chance to live the lives they as individuals want to live.
Why would we bring someone to America that don't appreciate and cherish American values?
Well, you don't seem like a person yourself who appreciates and cherishes American values. You don't believe in the...
Well, I'm trying to protect America. I do, more than you, because you just want to bring everyone here and everyone should be happy and equal and all this stuff. But if you bring people here that don't agree with you and don't feel that way, the people of America won't be treated equally and won't be happy, and their rights won't be, kept. It's kind of crazy to bring people that disagree on such a basic level into this country in masses, in hundreds of thousands. That's crazy.
I'd like to say that when we started this interview, I asked you, who are you with? What's going on? You acted as if you were in the middle. You pretended like...
I am. I'm fair.
No.
Another Fleccas Talks in the books. Thank you guys for watching. Please like, share, subscribe, all the good stuff. A little underwhelmed by the day. I don't think November 4th was all it, cracked up to be, but maybe 1 p.m. was too early of a start for these kids. See you at the next one. Am I not covering the event?
Yeah, no, you're covering the event.